So here's the big thing is it seems like there's a mortgage closing cost confusion and misinformation. I'm just going to go through these lists and then we'll break them down one at a time,
Sure,
Art.
sure. Let's do that.
And then there's a closing cost worksheet, and we're going to actually pull up an example so Art can go through it. So when you're on that receiving end, whether it's with Art or somebody else, God forbid, but with Art, and you see this, you're like, oh, okay, I know this, I understand it. It's not going to blow my mind, and
Right.
I can move forward. And then this idea about junk fees, and Art has had a program about that before. What's real and what's not. Well, he's going to disclose that today and really clear that up for you. And then understanding, and this was even for me, as much as I've been around Art, non-recurring and prepaid closing costs. I think once you see this list and this worksheet, it will like ring the bell like it did for me. Like, oh, I get it. Okay, non-recurring. And then finally, as I say, let's not shoot the messenger. So if you're
Right.
ready, Art, let's get into it.
Yeah, let me go through these points real quick, one by one,
Okay.
and then we'll dig into the worksheet example that we're going to provide to everybody. The first thing is mortgage closing cost confusion and misinformation. I've seen this for years, and it continues to be very persistent. What that talking point really means is a lot of borrowers, I'd say most of them, don't really have a clear handle on closing costs as it relates to financing your purchase. In other words, there's a tendency when you're getting a loan to really focus on the closing costs associated with just purchasing your home and sort of oversimplistically assuming that all these closing costs that you're being confronted with are because you're getting a loan. And then quite often, folks will kind of react negatively when they see a disclosure, whether it's a closing cost worksheet or a loan estimate, which I'll touch on in a second here. They'll just sort of draw this rapid conclusion when they see a particular number that is a compilation of all the costs and just assume, oh my gosh, this loan is costing me $12,000 or this loan's costing me $15,000. When in reality, that's not technically quite true. And so, again, we're going to get into that when we show you the worksheet example. But as a consequence, there's a lot of misinformation that is associated with closing costs as just a general subject. Now, the second point, and this is an important distinction, closing cost worksheet versus a loan estimate.